All right, we are live. Huzzah! And welcome to the next Senate, where you have convened to sentence one more of your own to fight to the death in the Colosseum. So, let's start with talking about last Senate. Billy, there was yet another unanimous vote last Senate. When the vote is unanimous like that, do you really get a feel for who is aligned with who, where people truly stand? Or are we starting fresh as a daisy again this Senate?
Well, Tofurius, as one might elaborate, you cannot confirm whether there has been more than one in unanimous vote because some people have only been to one tribal council so far. Anyway, the rest of it's just been hearsay. Well, I'm just going to confirm it was, but you know what I'm trying to say. Um, I don't know. I don't really think it's that black and white. Like, I'm sure everyone can agree with me that the tribals are a lot more complicated before they get to the unanimous vote. I don't think it's that simple. I think it's just unanimous because nobody wants to vote minority. I think that's literally just it.
Okay. Parker, should we anticipate seeing another unanimous vote again tonight?
Uh, I mean, that's tough to know, you know. Hopefully it can be unanimous. Hopefully we've all kind of done our due diligence and worked with each other to figure out who the vote should be tonight, but you never know.
Right. Let's talk about the challenge. Kevin, you did not participate in the challenge, but you saw the result. It was quite the landslide. What was your first initial reaction when you saw how badly this Legion lost?
It was I would have to say like very surprising. I was like, holy shit, was it that difficult or based off of the other tribe, was it that easy, you know? And I guess it just put a lot of thoughts in my head like where does that skill line lie, I guess.
Tyler, you were elected to go first in the challenge. What, in your opinion, is the reason for the defeat?
When I hear logic puzzle, I don't want to see a grid because that's also math. So when math was introduced, I was like, ah, shit. I know it was just four, but counting the three sometimes is a struggle. Um, I like logic, but I don't like being timed on logic. So I was a little thrown off by that. But going first is always like a nod of approval from the tribe in any sort of capacity. Being in a leadership role, I always will be glad to bow for it. But we didn't know if it was going to be any sort of leadership role. We were just hopefully setting a cue. But it ended up being, unfortunately, we lost. I take it heavy on myself. But hopefully we that doesn't equate into the vote tonight.
Sean, Tyler mentioned the loss might equate to the vote. When you're on a Legion that continues to lose challenge after challenge after challenge, how does that change the dynamic? Because are you playing an individual game or are you playing to try to get this Legion further?
I I feel targeted with this question. I get it. I know I'm one of the people who's been in every single Senate so far in this game. But
Mhm.
anywho, I think for me at least, I slowly managed to realize like I've lost hope on winning challenges. I mean, you're at the fourth fucking Senate in a row. So like you want hope, but you can't since you're just like defeated multiple times in a row. Moving forward, it's mainly about who you're loyal to and how you can prove your loyalty to the people you are tied to in this game.
We're still holding,
Ben-
yes.
Yes.
Benji, are you available for a question?
I'm present.
All right. Benji, does it concern you at all that if this Legion continues to lose, you could be in a situation where only half of you are going to make merge?
It does. Anytime any tribe that I'm on goes into tribal, definitely brings me into anxiety mode naturally. Because essentially that could also mean that my chance is either sniped out as well. Like, who's to say that it can't be me as well? I ugh. It does worry me, but at the same time, that's also the nature of the game. It's either you are either going to play the game and we can win immunity, or you have to face the situation that we're in now. It just kind of comes with the territory.
Billy, let me ask you about the time in between results and the time of the Senate. Does it impact the game to have extra time? Results were given out first thing in the morning yesterday, and you had almost 36 hours. Does that change how things would have been had the Senate been an hour later?
I don't know. I'm not the only person on this tribe. I can only tell you from my perspective what would have happened, but at the same time, I can't speak for Parker or Kevin or Sean or Tyler or Benji, because they've also all had conversations with each other that have possibly changed their dynamics within the last 36 hours. Sure, it just gives us more time to sit around and, eat rice and sit by the fire and go fishing and stuff. But I mean, I don't know. Like we'll never know the answer to that question because we never had a tribal the day after. You know what I mean? Like this is the first time that something like this has happened, so we won't know.
Parker, we're now 4 Senates deep, and has there been any further talks about advantages or idols or where to find them, or are they going to come into play?
Well, we all know Billy has the idol, right? I mean, that's a known fact. And Billy also has the advantage from the last challenge. So I mean, it's definitely something to think about. I don't think it's gonna be played tonight, but it's definitely something to think about moving forward. That Billy has an idol and an advantage. I'm just messing with you.
Billy, care to respond?
Listen, as one might say, some advantages are best not being talked about. No, I don't have an idol. This is obviously we know that. No, I have the advantage. I haven't. I'm be completely honest with you. I'm not playing the advantage tonight. I don't feel like there's a reason to. Yeah, I'm not playing it. But if I end up getting voted out with it in my pocket, that'd be even funnier because I've never been voted out with something in my pocket before.
Kevin, when somebody says openly that they are not going to play their advantage, is there been enough trust built that you can believe someone when they say that?
I think so. I would have to say yes and no. Because as time goes on and you build these connections with people, that trust does get instilled in you. And I mean, it's very much different, that this is online rather than in person. I would say, only speaking for myself, but yeah, I think it would be a yes and no because an advantage like that, it's a dangerous thing to continue to like have in play. You know what I mean? So yeah.
Sean, is this a legion that trusts each other? Have we evolved in the last week since the swap to becoming one legion?
Ciao. I guess we'll find out. That's a good question to ask me, but honestly, the past three have been unanimous. We'll see tonight. So,
Tyler, are you still around?
Yes, hold on. I'm walking away from the loudness.
Oh, okay.
Hi.
Tyler, do you feel that this legion has become one? There's no longer, old Romulus and old Remus. It is all new Remus.
I always like to think that people can have the ability to work against tribal lines and not necessarily work with their OG tribe members strictly. I think that's a bold move, and it's going to make people want to take you out from the other side. So that's just going to cause more behind the scenes backstabbing gameplay, and I don't think anyone wants to deal with that. Everyone on this tribe has been very open in dialogue. I think everyone has talked to everyone. So in that sense, yeah, we've become one tribe.
And Benji, I'll leave it with you. What does tomorrow look like after tonight's Senate?
I guess time will tell. I'm not the Oracle this time around, so I can't really say.
Okay. Well, with that, we're about to find out at least what the next 15 minutes looks like. It is time to vote. Oh, yes.
So before we do that, I would like to play my advantage.
And what advantage is that?
It's the knowledge is power advantage. And it allows me to ask one of my tribe mates here a question.
Okay.
Can you give me just a moment? It's only good for this week, so I might as well get rid of it anyway. Parker, can I ask you a question?
Go ahead.
Do you have a hidden immunity idol?
I can confirm Benji does have a knowledge is power. And if Parker does have a hidden immunity idol, we must give it to Benji.
I have to give it to Benji.
Yes.
All right, I got it.
I can confirm Parker does have a hidden immunity idol, and it is now in Benji's possession. Benji now has a hidden immunity idol. And it is time to vote. I'm going to go off camera and I am going to mute myself. While I am away, you can talk about anything you want except for this game and the vote. Please go cast your votes now.
So, did everyone have a good day?
It was a pretty damn good day. Work was great.
Wow. Parker, I had
I'm
no
a
idea.
little speechless,
Well done.
but
I don't know how the fuck Benji figured that out. Dear Lord. What did you say? How did he figure that out? Holy hell. Oh, wait, we can't talk about the game. I'm sorry.
Talk about the game. I was literally about to say you can't talk about the game.
Sorry. Give Tofurius 2 minutes to count the votes, and then we can interrupt him before he starts reading them off.
Yeah, I love how like packing like is giving me like the biggest headache in the world. Just because I literally have like a full stack of clothes sitting behind me, like ready to go, except to put them all in trash bags and everything. And I still feel like I'm not prepared to move out yet.
Oh man.
you got to do the good old tried and true. Throw it in a box and tape it up.
Exactly. That's the thing. It's
I
like,
just throw everything I see into just what it doesn't matter what it is.
I have to go put a microphone on, so before I have to mute and turn my camera off, I want to shout out my two lovely prod guests, LJ Kawa, and of course the beautiful Michael Jones. Mwah! I love you both.
So how about that airline food?
How about those? I don't know sports. How about those Mets?
But not the
Fuck the Mets.
How about those? Steelers.
Not the Steelers.
I have so much. Hold on.
She's dead.
I'll just give a shout out to my production chat guests, Seb and Julia. Thank you so much.
I have the votes. If anybody has a hidden immunity idol or other relevant advantage that they would like to play, now is the time to do so.
I just
Well-
want to say it with my shirt off.
Well, you see, at this point in the
Ooh.
I didn't have the hidden immunity idol, so everyone can stop asking me about it. That's it.
I swear, Billy still has it.
All right, I will read the votes. First vote, Tyler. Parker. 1 vote Tyler, 1 vote Parker. Parker. 2 votes Parker. Parker. That's 3 votes Parker. Next, gladiator sentenced to fight to the death in the Colosseum is Parker. Parker, speak your piece.
It was fun playing with y'all. I enjoyed my first org. I hope all of you do great. It was nice meeting all of you. No hard feelings. Snakes are in the grass. See ya.
Shout out Parker. Great game. Great game.
Yes,
Great
yes.
game, Parker.
As always, Parker
GG.
is not gone. Parker has gone to the Colosseum. And y'all need to figure out how to win. Because like I said, half of you, when there was 6, will not make merge if you keep losing. So you better figure out how to win.